Every king has his moments of vulnerability, but did Jay-Z's petty behavior on SuperUgly cost him a colossal opportunity? In the words of Jay-Z himself, there's a lot of S going on in rap music. A lot of caps yapping, but y'all know what I do. Your boy handles his business. This statement was once a declaration of dominance. However, it contrasts with his approach on SuperUgly. Now picture this. It's 2001, and Jay-Z stands as the headliner at a legendary summer jam, sharing the stage with heavyweights like Destiny's Child, Ludacris, Eve, Outkast, and Nelly. The sold-out Nassau Coliseum is buzzing with energy, and just when you think it can't get any better, Jay-Z surprises the crowd by bringing out none other than Michael Jackson. But he doesn't stop there. Jay-Z launches into the first ever performance of Takeover, a song that would redefine the landscape of hip-hop and set the stage for what would become a historic moment. This was Jay-Z at his peak, a true master of the craft, effortlessly captivating the audience and solidifying his dominance in the rap game. Yet, amongst all the triumph, the seeds of vulnerability are sown. What did SuperUgly reveal about Jay-Z's character? And how did it alter the trajectory of his career? Let's delve into the choices he made that day and explore how a moment of pettiness overshadowed his brilliance. Now, as we dive deeper into the narrative, we uncovered that not all moments are created equal. Fast forward to 2002, the battle between Jay-Z and Nas is heating up, and Jay releases SuperUgly, a track that should have solidified his lyrical prowess, but instead highlighted his pettiness. On SuperUgly, Jay aimed for a knockout punch against Nas, but instead fell flat. While he boasted about his lyrical skill and dominance, the track revealed a different side. The diss wasn't just a response, it felt more like a petty retaliation, especially when Jay brought Nas's baby mother into the mix. The bars in SuperUgly showcased Jay's desire to assert dominance, but it came off as desperate and weak, tarnishing his legacy in the eyes of many fans. Many fans felt that Jay-Z, the lyrical genius, had stooped to a level beneath him. Instead of delivering a powerful diss with lyrical finesse, he resorted to cheap shots. This wasn't the Jay-Z who had delivered the hard-hitting lines in Takeover. Instead, it was a Jay-Z looking for quick wins rather than a meaningful victory. The moment of weakness not only impacted fans' perceptions, but also altered the trajectory of the feud. In rap, respect is everything, and Jay-Z's choice to be petty undermined his stature as a king of the game. The lyrics of SuperUgly were littered with personal attacks that seemed to stem more from insecurity than from a place of strength. Lines that should have been celebrated for their cleverness instead came off as spiteful. Jay-Z had a chance to further solidify his place in hip-hop history, yet he allowed a moment of anger and pettiness to overshadow his legacy. Now, in retrospect, this moment could have been an opportunity to elevate the discourse in hip-hop. Instead, it turned into a cautionary tale of how pride and ego can lead even the greatest to stumble. The backlash was intense. Fans who once revered Jay-Z for his lyrical prowess now questioned his judgment. The community buzzed with discussions about whether Jay had compromised his artistry for the sake of a petty jab. Many people felt that way, as the impact of SuperUgly rippled throughout the industry. Some felt disappointed, while others were outright angry. Many argued that this was not the Jay-Z they knew, the one who had raised the bar for everybody else. As hip-hop enthusiasts looked at the fallout from SuperUgly, it became evident that Jay-Z's moment of weakness was not just a personal blunder. It had broader implications for his career and the genre itself. Critics began to analyze not just the track, but the man behind it. While he may have won the battle, he certainly lost the war in the eyes of many people. The chatter grew louder as fans began to question whether Jay-Z's decision to engage in such pettiness was indicative of his deeper insecurities. Was he afraid of losing his crown? Did he feel threatened by Nas's rising influence? Jay-Z's previous tracks, especially Takeover, showcased his mastery of the art form, lyrical depth, strategic wordplay, and a strong command of his narrative. In contrast, SuperUgly felt like a betrayal of that artistry. It was a departure from the clever, multifaceted jabs that characterized his earlier work. This shift raised questions about his state of mind during that beef. Was he so consumed by his rivalry with Nas that he lost sight of the artistry he had so carefully crafted? As we look back, This moment illustrates a crucial lesson. Even the most successful can falter. Jay-Z's struggle between maintaining his status and addressing a personal feud led him down a path that many feel detracted from his legacy. In a genre where respect is paramount, this moment of weakness served as a reminder that vulnerability can manifest in unexpected ways. Instead of solidifying his legacy, it blurred the lines between personal and professional, making fans question his decisions. The consequences of SuperUgly didn't just linger for Jay-Z. They reverberated throughout the hip-hop community. Emerging artists and veterans alike watched closely as the dynamic shifted. The track sparked debates about authenticity and the nature of a rivalry in hip-hop. Should artists keep their battles lyrical? Or is it acceptable to bring personal issues into the mix? Jay-Z's choices provided a case study in what happens when lines are crossed and egos flare. As Jay-Z continued his career, he had to grapple with the fallout from SuperUgly. The track became a point of reference in discussions about his legacy, often cited as a blemish on an otherwise stellar career. Despite his immense talent, Jay-Z was now viewed through a lens of vulnerability. This new perspective altered how fans interacted with his work. Many began to reassess the tracks that followed, wondering if they were too influenced by the aftermath of this moment. On a positive note, SuperUgly became more than just a diss track. It evolved into a pivotal moment in hip-hop history. It's a reminder that even icons can slip up, that vulnerability can come in many forms, and that the battles fought in the booth can have lasting implications outside of it. So was SuperUgly just a moment of petty revenge, or a sign of deeper insecurities? Did it truly cost Jay-Z a huge opportunity? Now the answer may lie in how we view the evolution of an artist who has consistently pushed boundaries, yet stumbled on this particular occasion. As Jay-Z himself once said, "You can't be afraid to be vulnerable." While he may have taken a risk with SuperUgly, it's clear that this moment was one that exposed a crack in his armor. Now I want to hear from y'all. Do you think Jay-Z's actions on SuperUgly was justified? Or do you believe they showed a moment of weakness? Comment down below with your thoughts. Honestly, I think back then it was a moment of weakness for sure. But let's be real. Petty diss tracks like SuperUgly laid the foundation for how beefs go down today. Now when rappers clash, it's not even about being lyrical anymore. It's personal. Look at Kendrick Lamar's They Not Like Us. I love the song. I love Kendrick. But man, that track put so much on blast, there's no coming back from that. And I really believe Jay-Z's SuperUgly and that whole beef with Nas in general had a lot to do with setting the tone. That's just my opinion though. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. Peace.